I can't really explain how special this series is to me. To me, this is the most important poker that I played of the year. This is the peak. I would rather play Scoop in the World Series of Poker main event. What's going on, you guys? Hello and welcome to a very special vlog today. Something I am so excited for every single year. That's right, it's the Spring Championship of Online Poker 2016. It's back again for the eighth year of the series happening. So I'm gonna explain a bunch in this video, but I'll give you the quick cliff notes now. Basically, it's a big online tournament series that happens once a year, and we're gonna be doing home games for every single buy-in. So if you guys wanna get in on the action, it's a little bit too high for your bankroll, I will let you know how that works. Actually in a separate video, but I'll give you some teasers in this one. So, what is the Spring Championship of Online Poker? Well, it's basically just a tournament series that is run on PokerStars every single year. It's the 8th time that's happened. So what makes this series different? Why do I care about it? There's a couple series on PokerStars that run every year. World Championship of Online Poker, the Turbo Championship of Online Poker, and this one. And what's cool about this one is there's 55 events spanning over 16 days, and each event has a low, a medium, and a high tier. So what does that mean? Well, for example, the first event, which we're going to be looking at right away, has an $11 buy-in, so a lot of people can play it. It has a $100 buy-in, or a 109, which means a decent amount of people can play it, and then a 1,050, so that only some of the very best players in the world can play. But you have huge guarantees and huge prize pools over the tournament series. The second cool part about the series is that it's really all about deep stack poker. So I know there's a decent segment of you guys out there that like playing poker, but you get frustrated when you play online a lot because you find yourself short, right? You're like, oh, it's a bingo fest now, right? I kind of like that part of poker, but every 3 times a year I get to play these series where the play is very, very slowed down, and you have lots of time to pick your spots, and the tournament's not going to end quickly. So that is a big part of Scoop as well. What I'm going to show you guys now is sort of some examples of some of the tournaments. You can see my face cam is this way. Yeah, it was here and not here. Okay. So what I have pulled up for you here is the Sunday Million. This is the normal Sunday Million that runs every week. And sort of what I want to point out to you right away in the structure is that the Sunday Million usually starts with 12-minute blinds, and then it goes 15-minute blinds, right? That is the Sunday Million, and that's a pretty deep tournament. That tournament takes a while, but there's lots of play, and you get to choose your spots, right? It's sort of like what I was talking about. You start with 10,000 chips, right? So let's go to the first event of the Spring Championship of Online Poker. This is the $11, 100,000 guaranteed. So they need 10,000 people in the tournament for it to reach that 100,000. If they get 90,000, PokerStars will add the rest. As you can see, you start with 10,000 chips, but it's 15-minute levels all the way through. So this $11 tournament is actually better structure and allows more play than the Sunday Million does, which is really, really cool, right? Because if you're a small stake player, as I was back in the day, you get to play this relative high stakes tournament for you with a really good structure, even though it's only $11. And to the whole player pool, it might not matter that much. But to you, you get to have that experience of playing the whole thing. So that's what I really love about Scoop, is that when I had a bankroll that was really small, a couple $100, I could play some of these events, and they were my main event. They were everything to me. And I could participate without a huge bankroll. So anyways, this is the first event of Scoop. It starts Sunday, May 8th here, and as you can see, it's 100,000 guaranteed in the prize pool. There's already 1,200 people registered in the tournament. That is the low event. Like I said, there is 3 tiers, so here we can see the medium tier. Again, even a little bit better structure in this one. It starts with 15 minutes, but goes to 20 minutes after that, so a very deep tournament. I start with 10,000 chips, 300,000 guaranteed on this one. Right now, 75K for first. And of course, the high, the 1,050, 750,000 guaranteed. I'm going to be playing this tournament this Sunday, May 8th, 2016. And this structure is going to be even better. 15, 20, but then it goes to 30. So for most of the tournament, you have half an hour levels starting with 10,000 starting chips, which is really cool, I think. Another thing you need to know about Scoop, a lot of the No Limit Hold'em events are actually 2-day events. So how does that work? Well, basically in this tournament, you play till level 20, because you play through all these levels, 15 minutes, 20 minutes here, we're 2.5 hours in, and 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, let's just keep going, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, 10 hours, plus breaks. We're talking about 11 hours of poker play. And that's day one. The tournament's not over yet. That's day one. You sleep, you come back tomorrow, and at the same time it starts to the completion of the tournament. Now, that's not something I would want to do every day of the year, but it's really special for a tournament series like this. That's sort of special. You can win a watch if you win a tournament and stuff like that. And it actually means something to win one of these titles. And of course, you're probably going to be playing for around 300,000 for first. So, I mean, fair enough, right? Makes sense. So that's the first event of Scoop. Again, starting May 8th. I wanted to show you guys a couple other tournaments that are coming up I'm really excited about. This one's kind of cool. This is a $215 3 max. Excuse me. So 3 players per table. It's a turbo, so this one's a little bit faster. It's not like the typical Scoop structure. It's actually 5-minute levels, but still 10,000 starting chips. Progressive knockout. So what does that mean? Well, you get a bounty. You get cash every time you knock someone out of the tournament, which is really fun. And then Zoom. There's a lot of qualifiers there. But Zoom means basically after you fold a hand, you move on to another table with a random 2 players from the player pool. It's really fast action and fun. When you get to the final table of this thing, there's going to be bounties for thousands and thousands of dollars. You knock someone out, you get $8,000 cash. That's the sort of thing you're going to see in this tournament. So really looking forward to this one. This is May 20th, towards the end of the series. So I thought I'd show you guys that. Quickly, before we sort of go on here, the series is 16 days. So it starts May 8th. It goes from Sunday to Sunday to Sunday. But then there's this tournament here, which is a multi-tier tournament, where basically there's a bunch of day ones, and the day 2 is actually the Monday after. Definitely 16 days. I mean, I hope I make day 2. There's a bunch of starting days, so I'm thinking anyways. So another example here, you guys can enter this anytime over the 14-day period. There's going to be lots of day 1s running, and then you play day 2 the Monday following. Again, the structure, 10,000 starting chips, 15-minute levels. Excellent. Now let's get to the main events. This is what it's about. So there's 3 main events, of course, the low, the medium, and the high. This is the low, $100 buy-in. 100,000 guaranteed to first place. And if I can tell you guys anything about the guarantees, it's probably going to beat that. It's probably going to be a bit more than $1 million. Or 100,000, excuse me. Not $1 million. Don't quote me. And this is a great tournament. You start with 50,000 chips. 50,000, right? Starts with 10-minute levels, goes to 15, and I bet on day 2 it's going to go to 20. Don't quote me. Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, that is a lot of chips. That is a long structure. This is actually a 3-day event, but a very, very big tournament. One that I certainly don't want to miss. The second is the $1,000 No Limit Hold'em main event, the medium tier. 300,000 at least guaranteed to first. It's usually around $500,000 in my experience. And this is also a 3-day event. You also start with 50,000 chips, 20-minute levels throughout, $2 million guaranteed in the prize pool, and the biggest tournament of the series, the Scoop High main event, $10,000 buy-in. I will be watching this tournament for sure as I'm playing on the side. It'll probably be 30-minute levels. Yep, 30-minute levels, 50,000 starting chips, and at least $1 million guaranteed to first. Now, this is not my schedule, and I haven't talked to you guys about my schedule yet. I'm planning to play 93 events during Scoop. Every single low event, every single low tier throughout the whole series, about half of the mids, and then 5 of the high events. So I'm going to be actually playing 6 $1,000 tournaments this series. I'm going to be streaming every single day for 16 days straight. It's going to be probably an average of a 10-hour stream. Super, super long. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm super pumped. If you want to see where you can get it. It is on PokerStars. I'll put a link down below to PokerStars. If you guys don't have it, you go click online events here and click events, and you can see all the main events, the guarantees, the structure. It's not just no limit hold'em. There's pot limit Omaha, there's stud high, there's stud high low, etc., etc. So that is what's coming up starting May 8th. I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait. What I said about the home games, we're going to be running a home game series. That will be a separate video tomorrow. But basically, we're going to make an even smaller tier so that the very micro-stakes players that maybe can't afford some of these scoop events, even though they start at $7.50, we're going to make it even lower. And you guys can play along with me, as well as the other people that watch this YouTube channel, the people that watch my stream, etc. There's going to be some prizes. If you knock me out of the tournament, you're going to win an $11 scoop ticket, which you can use for a tournament in the series. There's going to be a trophy for the overall winner of the leaderboard through the series. There's going to be some shirts and hoodies I'm going to give away, some chipsets, etc. So I say that wrong. You guys say I say that wrong. Wow, I'm losing my voice. I can't really explain how special this series is to me. To me, this is the most important poker that I play of the year. It's the peak. I would rather play Scoop than the World Series of Poker main event. I'm going to be buying in for around $14,000 over those 94 events, and hopefully at the end of the 16 days, we're going to return with a little bit more than that. So I thought I'd let you guys know. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video on the home game series. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a leaderboard, but that's about it for the Scoop intro. So looking forward to the week. Hopefully you guys like it, and we'll see y'all then.